Now let's talk about the conspiracy, and it's coming to Utah. We need to identify and guard against those working to destroy our faith and our culture. Again, wherever you are. So just kind of a little bit of history backing up to kind of where we are at today, some history. The United States in the 1840s, at the very latest, had apostatized fully from the United States Constitution. So you have the government and you have the Constitution. And we need to start separating those two entities from each other. They're not one and the same. When we're defending the Constitution, we're not defending the institution of the United States government. They are supposed to follow it, but the government apostatized from the Constitution. And so the saints had to avoid that and to be able to live according to the dictates of their own conscience, to be able to defend the principles of the Constitution. They had to leave the United States. And they formed a new nation, an independent nation called Deseret. Now, this independent nation did not last very, very long at all. The United States, seeing that, hey, we don't, just like Satan doesn't want anybody to leave his grasp. And so they try to hold on tight to us. And so just a couple of years after we established this new nation, the United States entered an illegal Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, with the Mexican government and claimed this property that wasn't either one of theirs to claim. But to protect our interest, the church introduced and formed its own political party called the People's Party. That's an example of the political ticket that it had with its candidates that it was supporting, that would support the Constitution and the liberty of the people. But as we were continuing to stand for liberty and the Constitution, Satan did not like this. And so he sent out his army, Johnson's army, and Brigham Young was deposed as the legitimately elected governor of the nation of Deseret and the new territory of Deseret as it was invaded by the United States government. And this was done by the president at the time was Buchanan, James Buchanan. He was a member of the Bohemian Club and attended the Bohemian Grove. And so we had 12 governors that were imposed on us by the federal government, imposed upon the people of Utah, until we were basically forced into becoming a state. They persecuted and prosecuted us and said, well, if you just do what we say and you become a state, then we'll start to leave you alone and you can make your own laws. Well, that was just, the Brer Rabbit saying, don't throw me in that briar patch. And so we fell for it and we became a state, and we've been continually being brought into this federal unconstitutional system ever since. And so what was leading up to this, John Taylor warned about it. He said that the scenes we are now witnessing in this territory are the results of a deep-laid and carefully planned conspiracy. He was not afraid to call it conspiracy. He dared to call it a conspiracy and use that word and understand where we're at. And he said that this conspiracy was made up of the rich and the poor, the religious and the irreligious, the moral and the immoral, and they all came together. Its originators have effected a wonderful secret combination with the purpose to combine to destroy Mormonism. The conspiracy had a goal in mind, of course, to enslave mankind.